My skincare slash makeup routine is very, very simple. I just washed my face downstairs and my bathroom down there is so tiny. I came back up here to show you. But first up, I go in with a serum right after washing. I like if my face is still a little bit damp for that, and I just do, trying to just use my viewfinder. Normally I'll just do 3 dots of that, one on the forehead, one on each cheek, and I just rub this in. Now this is the Golden Glow serum from Chad and Erin Co. I look forward to doing this every morning and evening. It feels so good on the skin, and I've also noticed it's really helped like with fine lines right up in here. And then I use, this is the Pure Glow Tallow Balm. This is also from the same place. I have never loved a skincare product more than this one. I did notice a huge difference just after starting to take these. So super excited about that. Just gonna rub this in really well, and then we'll come in with foundation. Now, I'm a little bit between shades right now with my summer skin, and my face actually isn't as dark as like my arms even. So I'm going to go in a little bit darker than what my face color is so that I can match the rest of my skin. And to do that, I'm going to use Adele's, this is their moisturizing foundation stick. This one is a little bit too dark for my skin right now, so I just dab this on a little bit, and then I come in with what was my normal color, if you will, and that is their cream foundation. I just dab a little bit of this on, basically just blending 2 different colors to match the shade that I need for my skin. I feel like especially through the summer months now, with as much as I'm out in the sun, I like to try to make sure I keep my lips hydrated. I like the Perfect Supplements lip balm. I think they still have this on their website. I don't know. I've had this for probably about a year. I got it in a pack of 3 and it lasts so long. Then what I put on my cheeks and my lips, I like to actually match those. So I'm often wearing a blush on my lips. A certain sweet little toddler messed up my stick, so I have to dab it in with my fingers. But this is also the cream blush from Adele. This is in the shade Rose Petal, and I just put it on my finger like this and first dab it on my lips. Then I'm also gonna just dab a little bit right up here on my cheekbones, and we'll just grab a brush and brush that in. I'm gonna go in my eyes with, this is a Merit, y'all, I use such a mix of products, but this is from Merit, their Solo Shadow Sheen in the color Palladium, however you say that. I'm just gonna go in on my eyelids and especially focusing on the inside with this color. Next, I'm gonna go in with Adele's XO eyeshadow, and I'm gonna focus that on the outsides of my eye. I'm going to come in with a little eyeshadow brush, and then I actually use a hair wax on my eyebrows. I feel like that helps it the best to just hold in place all day. I brush it up a little bit. If you look closely, you can see that where my scar comes through my eyebrow, there's a little bit of a gap. So I'll brush it with this, and then I do fill them in a little bit with this brow pomade. This is actually just from Amazon. Anastasia, Beverly Hills. I like to just do a little bit. I really want my eyebrows to look as natural as possible. Okay, I ran over to the mirror because I could not see in that little viewfinder what I was doing, and I also did end up just touching them up a little bit with this. Okay, and then we're gonna come in with mascara, and this is what I am currently using. It's just the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black mascara. What I like to do, and I'm out of this right now, is this is the Monet mascara, and it has a really like fine bristled brush. I love to go in with this first, plus this is a more natural product, so I would come in with this, and then I do a second coat with this. I'm out of this right now, so I'm just gonna use this one. Normally a important part of our morning routine would also be to work out. Josh and I love to work out together. Sometimes the whole family will join us. That is currently on hold because of some of these health issues that I'm working through, and right now being so busy getting ready for this family wedding coming up actually at the end of this week, which is super exciting. We're so excited for my sister-in-law and her fiance, but a lot of like physical work has been going into that, as well as just like mental energy, and so it became pretty obvious that it was a little too much for me right now, as my body is putting a lot of energy into getting better. Then to add that like needing to recover from workouts was just not the best timing right now in the season. So I'm really hoping we can get back to that here in the next week or two now. But that would normally be a part of my morning routine that would happen right around now. Growing up, my family loved to gather around and sing. We sang when driving places, we sang when we got to the places, we sang at family gatherings. We started to sing in a lot of nursing homes when I was just little and loved it so much. Eventually we were singing in churches and prisons and parks and kind of all over the country, and it was so much fun. So much practice went into this, but it was so incredibly rewarding as well. I would play the violin. My one sister would play the piano. My other sister would play the violin. My other sister would play the harp, and my brother would play the guitar, and we would just gather around and sing all these songs. I have so many core memories surrounding that. But now as a mom, music is something that I really want to pass on to my children and just have our home filled with music. And so last year, actually, we started taking lessons with Voteberg Music Academy. Something that I think is really neat that you can actually pay for one lesson, but all your kids can learn that same instrument under that same price. So I can pay for the price of one and have all of my kids learn piano, for example, which is what we're doing. And they're having so much fun with it. They're competing with each other, trying to learn songs the best, the fastest, and we're just having a grand time. But you might think, well, my kid is just gonna learn in isolation this way. But that is not at all the case. They actually have quarterly challenges and contests for cash prizes. They can earn badges. You can actually do live coaching calls with your teacher and kind of tailor the lessons to your needs. They are so sweet to work with. These are professional musicians that will be teaching your children, and so we have just had such a good experience with it, really teaching the kids confidence and excellence and really setting them up for success musically. And so Voteberg was so kind as to offer my viewers a 25% discount code. You can head over to votebergmusicacademy.com and use my code GoldenHour25, and that will give you 25% off your entire first month of music with them. And you can set it up as a subscription if you want and just keep learning all year long, or you can cancel that literally at any time. You can pause it for the summer months if you're kind of wanting to back away from it, or if you're going on a family vacation or whatever. But they have been so easy to work with, and you don't need to be searching YouTube and all these different websites for the music either. All the music is right there in the website. You can print it off and really create this whole portfolio of music for your kids to play through, a lot of it being worship songs and songs that we actually want to sing as a family as well. So Again, that's boatbergmusicacademy.com, discount code GOLDENHOUR25, and I hope this brings some beautiful music to your homes. So many of you have asked how I fix my hair. Some of you complain that you don't see it down more often, but here's the deal. My hair it's very, very fine, and hairdressers often say like, well, you have a decent amount of it, but I feel like it's really hard to make look nice down, and also it frizzes so easily. And so I'm still trying to figure out if any of you have any good product recommendations for things that wouldn't weigh down fine hair, but that would really help with frizz. I would be so grateful. I have been using a hair mask and oil that I really, really love, and I'm finally seeing lots of new growth, which is so exciting. But I'm still not able to wear my hair down all day without it getting frizzy. And as soon as it starts to frizz, it just drives me crazy because it sticks all around my neck. So that's why we're not seeing it down more often. But I have been wearing my hair up a lot, and this is what I've been doing recently. I know I've shown you a hair tutorial before on here, but it's changed a little bit just to try to take care of my hair better. So first I'm gonna brush it out. My camera's complaining that it's overheating in the sun there, so I'm gonna switch you back to that side and go in and make my part. My part varies quite a bit where I have it. Today we're gonna go a little bit off to the side like that, and then I like to tease right around this area just to give it a little bit of volume. I feel like that really helps with just overall making it look like you have a little more hair. Okay, we'll say that's good. I try to be pretty conservative with that because I do it so often and I know it's not the best for your hair. So, okay, then I'm just gonna pull this back into a low ponytail, and I kind of shove up when I do that to help get the volume around my head. I'm gonna put a hair tie in here. I used to just kind of double up my hair in there and then pin it, but I felt like that kind of messed up my hair on purpose every time, and I felt like that was adding to my hair getting tangly. But I have been using one of these hair donut things that also gives you just this big beautiful bun most days. So I'll just loop my ponytail in there and then spread my hair across that. And then I'm spinning it back around. I have no idea if you can see what I'm doing back there, but I'm trying. All right, and then I like to secure it with some bobby pins, minimum of 4, one on each corner. All right, I might add some more later. I'm not sure what it looks like, but first I'm gonna finish with what I'm doing. So I pull out, and when I get my hair done, I actually have them do a little bit of face framing so that I can pull out these side pieces, and then these I will lightly curl. And this I don't do every day at home. Often I just put my hair in a bun, but often when you see me filming, I do have these pulled out, and it looks like I have a stray, so we're gonna pin that up too. I would love to sometime find a good heatless curl that actually kept my hair. I feel like they look nice for about 30 minutes for me, and then they fall. But Josh loves when I wear my hair down, so I'll be looking for some ideas from you guys if you have the same hair like type and texture as I do. A little bit of heat protectant in these side pieces. To help these side pieces hold their shape. This is actually a curl cream for my daughter, but or not a cream, it's a gel. It has good hold, so I like to just put a little bit of that, and you're not using the aerosol from a hairspray can. If I have flyaways, I put a little bit on some of them as well. All right, and that's my hair. Let's see what the back looks like. I feel like every time I do a tutorial, my hair doesn't turn out. If I feel like this part needs a little bit more securing, I'll add this little clip, but we'll call that good for the hair. That whole like skincare, makeup, hair usually takes, I would say, between 7 and 9 minutes. So it doesn't take a lot of time in my day, but it helps me feel put together then for the rest of the day. It is blueberry season, and so I think today for breakfast we're gonna make what?
Blueberry muffins.
Yes, blueberry muffins are such a favorite in our household. We're gonna use 100% fresh milled flour. You could also substitute all-purpose, but first we're gonna cream, butter, and our maple syrup. Go.
That's like dough. Can I try that?
Yeah.
I know now I'm gonna. Are those drop washed?
Yeah. A little bit of vanilla bean paste. So then we added 4 cups of flour, a cup of milk, some baking powder, salt, and vanilla bean paste. I don't think I kept you up to date there, but I will try to leave that recipe for you in the description box in case you are wishing to try it this summer with your family. Avi is just finishing washing up our blueberries. So we'll add 4 cups of the blueberries, and then I think maybe we'll make a little streusel topping to put on top of it as well. For my streusel here, I just did 1 cup of fresh milled flour and then a cup of oatmeal, a cup of, I still am trying to use up my xylitol, so I put that in here, and then about a teaspoon of cinnamon, half a cup-ish of butter, and a pinch of salt. So this is what we're gonna top our muffins with.
My foot stopped getting itchy.
Good.
But now today itchy.
Oh.
But even if I lightly do this, it makes it even more itchy.
Yeah, let's put some up here.
How many food is gonna fall off? Does it make it? How long does it have to cook?
I think it's about 20 minutes.
It's done! Gonna wake it, Mama.
What do you want to lick?
I want this.
Oh, you want to snitch? You want this?
This one doesn't have too much.
Okay. Now we'll bake them and then they'll be ready in a couple minutes, okay? Ooh, do you want to snitch?
Can I lick it? Can I lick this? This is a little.
Oh, okay.
it.
Mommy, are we gonna do a chronicle?
Thank you. Dear Lord, thank you for the food. Thank you that we can enjoy another beautiful summer morning. Pray you bless the food as we eat. In Jesus'
Amen.
And he went up and closed in on Samaria and fought against it. And he sent messengers into the city to Ahab, king of Israel. When Ben-Hadad heard this message, as he was drinking with the kings in the booths, he said to his men, "Take your positions." And they took their positions against the city.
All God's creatures got a place in the choir. Some sing low and some sing high. Some sing out loud on the telephone wire. Some just clap their hands or pause or anything they got now. All God's creatures got a place in the choir.
I like to try to take a quick little walk around and water all my planters first thing in the morning, especially this time of the year. This week we are supposed to be at 100 and humid, and so things are needing a lot of water. So I'm just going to take a minute to water all my planters out here, and then maybe give a quick little sweep down of the walks as well, since that is getting quite dirty now, but that's not something I do every single day. Frequent watering and deadheading are the best things that I know to do for planters. We do also occasionally feed them, but on the daily, just keeping them deadheaded and watered goes so far. My favorite time to visit the garden is first thing in the morning, almost before I'm out of my PJs. Just swing out there in the morning light and take a little quick over of what all needs to be done. So I'm gonna head up there now and just do a quick walkthrough. This basically just gives me an idea of what needs today's attention. Same with the garden as with the pots. If you stay on top of it, is the best way to notice any signs of disease, which I did see yesterday, so I'm a little bit dreading going in there today, but that just kind of helps me with my to-do list for the day. Well, it's pretty obvious we have no shortage of work in here. There's so much to do. There's definitely a lot that looks healthy and beautiful, but there are also some things that are not doing so well. And looking this way because we had a giant pumpkin vine. It was so beautiful and lush and full, and it is now very much withering, which is so frustrating. We, for the last 3 or 4 years now, have been dealing with, at first I thought it was cucumber beetles, but turns out apparently it's Phytophthora. I have to ask Josh again, something like that. It's a soil-borne disease essentially, and we actually had our agronomist look at it and he says, it's not the cucumber beetles, it's that. So that is really discouraging. In fact, yesterday when I saw it, I did not want to come back out to the garden for the rest of the day. I was so discouraged because you put so incredibly much time and effort. I mean, some of these plants I've been growing since February, March, and so it's really hard to see that just wither up right when it's ready to bear fruit. But it is what it is. That's part of living on a farm, and that's part of growing a garden. And so I think we'll still have time to start some more seeds. Last year we started zucchini over, and the second round did really well. So I'm hopeful that maybe we can still get some of those viney crops, but it seems to affect all of the like pumpkin, watermelon, cucumber, all that viney stuff really heavily. So that's hard to see, but I do need to go and kind of get on with my day. I would say this is essentially what my summer morning routine looks like. It varies a lot more than I feel like it does the rest of the year, but it is so beautiful. Summer mornings are some of my very favorite things ever, and especially when I get to come out here, like sunrise, sunset, it is so life-giving most of the time, unless you come across disease like this. But I hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek into our lives. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, friends. Golden.